Kalimera, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision. And if you couldn't tell from that intro, that was my attempt at doing Greek because we're about to react to the Greek entry for Eurovision 2024. Look at me trying new languages, bilingual queen.
Oh, what you said? Queen.
That's right, in this video I'll be reacting to the song Zari by Marina Satti, which will be representing Greece at Eurovision 2024 in Malmo this year. It has not missed me that this song has been getting a bit of hype for the last few months. People have been really building this girl up as someone who we really should be excited by, as someone who's really going to bring the excitement back to Greece. I won't lie, last year they kind of lost me. Greece are a nation that I've always been excited for at Eurovision. When I think of 2000s Eurovision, which is when I got into it, Elena Paparizou is my #1, still one of my favourite songs of all time from Eurovision. I always think about Secret Combination. I always think about Opa, Sakis Rouves. I mean, Greece are really like one of the OG iconic pop nations at Eurovision. And I kind of feel like I always hold a candle for them and always hope for them to come back with something amazing every year. And every now and again they do. I still listen to Katarina Duska. So I'm really rooting for Greece to come back with something exciting this year. And I'm hoping that that hype that other people have for them, I can find in this too. But before we do begin this video, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to this channel. I know that the Greek have some passionate fans and I'd love to hear from you down below. So if you want to get involved and join me in the rest of my Eurovision journey and not just this video, that subscribe button is free to hit and you can join me for a fun gay camp old time because it's always fun when I'm around and I'm always here to bring the vibes. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then hit that subscribe button. But we're not going to waste any more time because I'm behind the pace as it is. This is Marina Satti. The song is Zari, and this is Greece Eurovision 2024. Let's go! I am gonna like this. I can tell you now. Her image, the tone. I'm engaged. Ah! This whole package is great. She's so watchable. She reminds me a bit of Blanca Paloma, is that just me? In vision, not the song, obviously. I feel like I say that a lot in this video for any quirky woman, but I'm kind of getting Rosalia vibes, and that is the highest of compliments from me. I love this video as well, I feel like it's very tongue-in-cheek. This feels very exciting. I think Italy may have competition for the coolest woman in the competition this year. I feel like this song is it is serious, it's not a joke, but I think there's a little bit of like a knowing nudge nudge wink wink to this video that's making the whole thing a bit more fun. I don't know where this song's taking me and I love that. She's gorgeous. I hope that Europe can engage with this the way I have. This is immediate for me. I feel like I need more listens with this, even though I love it on first listen. What? Go off! Greece, Greece, Greece. This is what I want to hear from you. This is what I felt last year. I was kind of like, you guys are more interesting than this. Honestly, I felt like last year was the most un-Greek thing I think I've ever watched. This is exciting. This is what I want to see. I haven't heard a single song like this whole Eurovision year, and I don't think I will. This really stands in its own lane. I feel like this may be a lazy comparison from me, but I did get kind of Rosalia energy from it, that kind of quirky experimental pop. But I don't mean it was exactly like Rosalia. I felt obviously like it took inspiration from its own national instruments. It felt like it had kind of like a traditional Greek feel to it, which obviously Rosalia doesn't because she's Spanish. I just meant that the energy she evoked and the kind of experimental style reminded me of how Rosalia approaches pop. And that's very exciting because I think of people like Rosalia being the future of pop. And this song felt very futuristic. It didn't feel like it was trying to be anyone else. It didn't feel like it was written for Eurovision. It felt like it was really going for its own vision. It held its own in that sense. And that is the kind of thing that really excites me. I actually want more listens with it. And I think the more listens I have, the more obsessed I'm going to become. Because right now I'm like, okay, this is great. I feel like I need to listen to that bit again and that bit again. There were so many elements to it that I can't wait to hear it again. So it's not instant in the way that you fall in love with it instantly, but it's instant in the way that it captures you and you're like, oh my god, what is this I'm watching? But in such an intrigued way. And she delivers it wholeheartedly. I don't feel like I've just been given something a little bit out of the ordinary for the sake of it. I definitely believe this is who Marina is as an artist. And she is absolutely the reason that this song is exciting, because she delivers it with such a convincing, unique edge. You want to be her, you want to be her friend, you want to listen to her music because your friends will think you're cool for listening to her music. She's ahead of the pulse, and that's what Eurovision should be, not just following the trends. We love radio pop, we love novelty. This is neither of those things. This is very daring, very brave, very futuristic, and I think that this is a very exciting entry to have in Eurovision, and I hope this inspires more people to take chances like this. I do have a slight worry that maybe this could be a bit too crazy for some Eurovision watchers. I'm thinking of something like Conan Osiris with Telemove for Portugal. Maybe I'm talking about 5 years ago now, I can't remember exactly what year. I think sometimes there is that natural fear that when something is so out of the box, it can alienate people who aren't ready for it. But in my mind, this falls just the right side of that. I think it does enough to intrigue and interest rather than confuse. I hope so anyway. Maybe that's just my bias because I really like the song and I'm a big fan of it. Maybe I'm just hoping that other people feel the same, because this is the Greece that excites me, because when they're on the ball and on it, this is what we get. I can't wait to see what she does on stage. I am going to predict now, I'm going to stick my head out and say this could be one of the biggest underdogs when we get to Malmo. And if people aren't talking about this now, I think it's one that people will be talking about in May as a, oh, I feel like we kind of slept on Marina. This could do really well, and this could be a shock top 10, I think. But that's my opinion. What do you think? Are you joining me on the hype? Are you here for Greece 2024? Or is it not quite for you? Is it a little bit too left field? Or are you just going to need a few more listens to get used to it? Let me know down below what you think. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button and hit the bell if you want notifications every time I upload a video. We're getting towards the end of entries now, but I've still got plenty more videos yet to come, so go on, that bell is waiting for you. It's waiting. That's it from me now, though. I am going to be hammering this song all night long, and I can't wait to see Greek fans in Eurovision living it up to this exciting entry. Welcome back to the contest, Greece, because I feel like we lost you in the last few years, and this is the return I wanted. Have a lovely rest of your night. Thank you for watching. Good night.